Welcome to Talk Law Radio with attorney Todd Marquardt of the Marquardt Law Firm at marquardtlawfirm.com.
Welcome back to Talk Law Radio. I'm Todd Marquardt. Today we're talking about life insurance, the broccoli of estate planning. But this segment is all about sinners and saints. That's a mighty fortress is our God.
Oh, wow.
It's a great hymn. So I like to talk about the sinners and the saints. And the sinner this week is a guy named Ross Lawrence who killed his parents with a sledgehammer.
Oh, no.
And the reason I brought it in this week is because he was the beneficiary of a life insurance policy.
Wow.
And there's a law under the Texas Insurance Code that says that you're not allowed to benefit from a willful ending of somebody's life. Mm-hmm. And so it ended up in court because Hartford Life and Accident Insurance Company said, we think that this money is going to be fought over in court. Mm-hmm. And so we don't want to be a part of it. Yeah. And so they filed a petition to interplead and just deposit the policy proceeds into the registry of the court.
Wow.
And then they're out of it.
So the court just deals with it. Yeah.
And then so the decedent's brother, Robert, he said there's no contingent beneficiary besides Ross, and the insurance code says that the policy should go to the nearest relative. Mm-hmm. And he said, that's me. Yeah. Because Steve was the deceased person. Robert said, Steve and my parents are already deceased. Mm-hmm. He has no children other than Ross, the person that killed him, and there's nobody else.
Yeah.
So I should get the proceeds.
Yeah.
Well, there was a dispute about that, but the example I want to focus on is just that if somebody kills you for your life insurance money, Texas law protects against that.
Wow. That's good to know. That's a dark story.
It is.
They also have rules, I remember, with suicide. In the first 2 years, that doesn't count. They won't count suicide because then people would get the policy, and this is dark as well, commit suicide if they needed money. So they have that as well. Yeah.
Right. So don't do that.
Yep.
Another interesting aspect of the case is that Ross was deemed incompetent to stand trial. And so he was in like an insane asylum. Mm-hmm. And part of the case was, how can he be deemed to have willfully brought about the killing of his parents if he hadn't been convicted of the crime yet?
Yeah.
And the court said, no, it's okay. We can decide that in a civil court. Mm-hmm. We can find that there was enough evidence, a preponderance of the evidence, to find that he brought about their murder. In fact, a neighbor witnessed it.
Wow. Can
you imagine the trauma of the neighbor seeing that go down?
That is just, that's horrible. Yeah.
Okay, well, I've probably spent too much time terrifying you with that story, so we'll talk about the saint.
Yep.
Saint Augustine. The reason I'm bringing up Saint Augustine this week is because some archaeologists found 2 of his sermons that they had never seen before.
Wow.
And one of the sermons was about how Saul asked for a medium named the Witch of Endor. Mm-hmm. And I don't remember this story. if you're listening right now and you know about Saul and the Witch of Endor, call the show right now at 210-308-8867, 210-308-8867, and tell us about the story of Saul and the Witch of Endor. What I remember, or what I read this morning, is that Saul had turned his back on God, and he was worried that the Philistines were going to attack, and so he prayed to God and said, "I need your help," and God didn't answer like he usually did, and so Saul asked for this medium, the Witch of Endor, to tell him what to do, and then Saul died.
Yeah, you just sparked my memory. I think he it's almost like he does like a seance is the word for Samuel, I believe, the prophet.
That's right. That was part of it. He was wanting the prophet to tell him what to do.
Who had always told him, it's his fall from grace for sure. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Okay, well, let's get back to life insurance. This is Talk Law Radio. I'm Todd Marquardt here with Joseph Warren with Financial Planning HQ. He doesn't sell life insurance, but he knows a lot about it because it's one of the tools in a financial planner's tool chest. Yep. So if you don't sell it, what do you do?
Same thing we do with the CPA. We refer out to independent experts. So we have an independent broker that we'll refer to who's very good. We also have someone who works nationally who's actually an expert witness in life insurance who we'll get for more complicated cases. And we'll have them look at the existing policies, say, does this client need this? What purpose does it serve for them? And if with any recommendation that we make, again, we have that team, that mastermind of experts, and we make sure they're all aligned and everything's protected.
A very complicated policy that I saw one time was where this business owner got a loan from the bank to pay for his life insurance. And most people don't do that.
Yeah. That's interesting. Was it a situation where he was paying to keep it going because he was running low on money and maybe he was sick or something?
No, it was just part of his business. He owned all this real estate, and so he needed a very large policy to cover the outstanding loans.
Oh, wow. That's an interesting way of funding it. But yeah, it makes sense. A lot of businesses finance things. That's a part of how you grow as a business. So if you really need the insurance, you could use a loan to do that. And it's got to pay it back.
Yeah, that's right. Okay, so some other situations where life insurance might be useful is if you want to benefit a charity, but you don't want to leave anything less to your family.
Yeah.
You have any clients that ever wanted to do that? Say, all of my retirement, that goes to my spouse, all of the properties, that goes to my kids, but I'll just take out a life insurance policy to leave it to my church.
Yeah, I haven't seen that yet. A lot of my clients give, they kind of do the give while you live. I have clients who tithe and give to the church and different causes. And usually our framework there is just how can they get the most tax benefit for their giving is what we look at. But it definitely can be an estate planning tool, and I've heard about it. My alumni, I used to go to Schreiner University. They talked to me about that as something you can recommend is giving a part of your inheritance, leaving a life insurance or an insurance product to them as well. Yep.
Another situation is if you have a disabled child or family member or somebody with special needs, and you know that they're not going to be able to work and earn a retirement, and they're probably still going to have a long life. How are they going to survive if they don't receive an inheritance?
Yeah.
Well, you don't want them to be disqualified from the government benefits that pay for all their health care.
Yeah.
And the tool to make that work is a supplemental needs trust, where they're not going to be disqualified from their government benefits so long as the inheritance goes into the supplemental needs trust.
Yep, and the life insurance is a great funding vehicle for that, and usually we'll use something like a second to die. So when both spouses pass away, it'll pay into that supplemental needs trust, and the special needs beneficiary keeps their Medicaid, SSI, and all that, but their supplemental needs, those things like clothes, other things they need, can be taken care of with that trust.
Right. So the government benefits are supposed to pay for food and shelter, and then the supplemental needs supplement the food and the shelter for things like education, enrichment, entertainment, cell phones, transportation.
Yeah, that is something we see more of, because I know Steve had a focus on special needs planning. I have a client who does, we do some special needs planning for, and it's very important, and it can be tricky. It's something that's tough to navigate on your own, making sure they still qualify for those benefits.
Yeah. Well, we got to take a break. We've been talking about life insurance for families with minor children, for business owners, for people that have a loved one with special needs. We talked about life insurance for charities. And when we come back, we're going to talk about life insurance to help pay federal estate taxes when you're land rich but cash poor. Stay tuned.
This has been Talk Law Radio with attorney Todd Marquardt, brought to you by the Marquardt Law Firm. You can learn more at marquardtlawfirm.com. And be sure to listen to the full Talk Law Radio show Saturday mornings at 11 on 9:30 a.m. The Answer.
Most families don't realize they have hidden legal blind spots until it's too late. Wills, trusts, Medicaid planning, even protecting a business. These are the kinds of issues attorney Todd Marquardt helps uncover before they become problems. Todd is the host of Talk Law Radio, where each week he guides listeners through the legal challenges families, veterans, and business owners face, while showing them the practical steps to protect what matters most. Catch Talk Law Radio, Saturdays at 11 a.m. on 9:30 a.m. The Answer, 6:30 a.m. The Word, and now in Houston on AM 1070 and 103.3 FM The Answer, or anytime on YouTube. Planning isn't just about documents. It's about peace of mind, security for loved ones, and building a legacy that lasts. Don't wait for a crisis. Do it before you die.